Damien from Marketing Food Online, and if you own a restaurant and right now in the middle of the coronavirus situation, obviously you are struggling to keep your business afloat, I'm actually going to give you 6 actionable tips that you can start today to begin to generate money so you can keep your restaurant and grow it in the future. And we're going to hop into those right now. As I mentioned in the introduction, I'm actually going to give you guys 6 tips, and I hope that this helps as many people who actually see this video as possible. These are some ideas. I have actually been in the food business. I've been in the restaurant business. I've owned a deli and a bakery shop that we sold sandwiches and gelato. I know the challenges of even having a restaurant and turning a profit in good times, but I cannot imagine right now. I don't have one, and I cannot imagine what you guys are going through as far as trying to maintain your restaurant and even just keep it without going under. So I was brainstorming some ideas because I have a lot of friends who have restaurants and cafes, and I really was trying to come up with some ideas that may help them kind of think outside the box and be able to generate funds without having their restaurant open and having their dining room filled with patrons. I'm going to give you a few ideas. I hope that this helps you guys and kind of just kick around in your head. And if it does, fantastic. Give me a big like, a big thumbs up. If you've got questions where I possibly can help you out, let me know down below. So let me jump into these really quick. As you know, I like to just get to the point on my videos. I don't want to waste much of your time. Number 1, take inventory of what you already have, okay? I know that it is a situation that's almost desperate in most cases, and I know that it's super easy to get down. Having our business, I've had to overcome enormous amount of hurdles and obstacles just to maintain our online business. So I know that the mentality, I know where it is. I know it could be depressing and it could be sad and be down, but stop for a moment, stand in your restaurant, look around you, and see that you have the tools to keep your business afloat, okay? And I say this with the utmost affirmation. You need to understand that you've got all the tools that you need. Now it's time to get a little more creative outside of the box and thinking, what can I do? What can I make to bring money in? Your patrons won't be coming into your dining room anytime soon. I've read numerous articles online that there's a lot of fear in regards to what's going on with the virus, and I understand that. That makes sense. But you have the space, you have the kitchen, you have the equipment, you have the walk-in freezers and the refrigerators and all of this stuff that you need to succeed. You just need somebody to come in and buy food from you. And I'm going to give you 6 variations of what you can do. So number 1 is take stock of what you have. Don't despair over the fact that you've got what you need. Let's get to some creative ideas and help you out. Number 2, the meal prep business. Now, this is not a new concept, but Blue Apron and Martha Stewart and so many other companies are doing this. You can do the same with your restaurant. Absolutely no reason why you can't. Now, a couple of tips and a couple of things that you need to take note of. Meal prep business is great for multiple reasons. Number 1, when you sell a group of meals together, the individual price of that transaction goes up considerably. 5, 6, 10, 12 meals a week, 2 weeks at a time is normally how they work. They're going to send out over $100, $150, or $200 for an entire set of meals for a week for a family of 4, for a couple of 2, whatever it is. But meal prep business, preparing pre-made meals and selling them to your patrons. Tap into your existing customers that you already have, okay? And let them know, hey, we have a new program. I've got meals. I know that you're not going to come and sit in my dining room to eat. I've got that. What can I do to get you to eat and consume my food and keep me in business? I'm going to give you 10, 12, 14 meals, 2 weeks worth of food, and offer a discount as an incentive for them to come do that, okay? A lot of people are doing that and taking advantage of these meal prep businesses are skyrocketing the sales online for multiple reasons. One of the reasons is a lot of people don't like to go right now to the grocery store and shop. Also, most grocery stores may be out of certain ingredients like meats and proteins and fish. Well, you have access to that because you're probably getting your food from a food service business, right? So take advantage of that and offer your customers pre-made meals. It's going to take the stress out of them having to figure out what to make because they don't want to go to the store. Plus, there's a lot of companies that don't ship raw meat and fish to people's doors, okay? Yes, there are some companies like DoorDash and others where they can shop for the customers, but that costs a little bit more money than traditionally shopping at a grocery store. And that is, again, no guarantee that your grocery store locally will have the proteins and such that they need for their dinners. You can make those dinners in advance. And as I mentioned before, offer a slight discount. And I know what you're probably going to say, Damien, the margins in a food restaurant business are very small to begin with. Well, right now is a dire situation for you. So think outside the box and know that this is not a permanent thing, but this will bring in cash flow, some form of cash to your pocket to maintain your business. That's the focus that you need to be on right now. Profit can come down the road, but if you're not bringing in anything right now, and I can give you a few tips to bring in a few thousand or so a week or more, then that makes sense. Number 3, packaged food products. This is one of the biggest ideas that I had for a few of my friends that I had told them about, is I said, you guys have these signature barbecue sauces. Why are you not using your kitchen right now to manufacture them and make them? Nobody's saying that you can't. You've already got the licensing to do it and operate a restaurant, so get yourself some bottles, create some labels, and take that signature barbecue sauce, that seasoning that you had, the salad dressing, whatever it is that sets you apart from other restaurants, you need to start to sell that product as a product. How do you do it? Online. The best place to be, in my opinion, right now would be on eBay, Amazon, and Etsy. Why? Because you can post products and create a store without having to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Don't go out there and try to create some website that you think you're going to get traffic to. That's not how it works. I know I've been doing this for 12 years. A website will not bring you business. Being on those platforms with your signature sauces definitely will. What else could you do with it? Well, once you get it packaged and produced, start hitting up local grocery stores, hitting up local chains of grocery stores or cafes or anywhere that you could put that product. It could be anything, like I said, from a salad dressing to a barbecue sauce to a seasoning. If it is your signature twist on a product, it needs to be in local markets. And guess what? There's a lot of grocery stores that are run by independent people who love to support small business. Your restaurant is just that. It is a small business. It's local. It's a no-brainer. So go out there and market it. Just bring samples to the stores. Once you have it packaged and bottled, then say, look, this is my product. I need to get some funds going here. I got to generate some money. My restaurant is starting to pick up a little bit, but it's not exactly where it needs to be, but I've got a fantastic twist on a barbecue sauce. So get it into local stores, but you have to hustle it. You've got to sell it. You got to promote it. Now, I'm not saying that these are quick fixes and it's going to happen overnight, but if you get the ball rolling with a handful of these, they're going to bring in some funds for you. Next up, sell ingredients, produce, or food products. This was actually something that I had not thought up with. I actually came across on my laptop on my desk an article about a restaurant in the Midwest that was getting products from a food service. Food service businesses also are hurting because restaurants rely on food service. Food service obviously relies on restaurants. It's a give and take, obviously. But food service companies that have warehouses full of food and no restaurant customers are going to restaurants to buy dinners, they're going to sit there. And the food's either going to rot, expire, or go bad, or one or the other. So this guy actually took his restaurant, it was closed down, opened the entire front of his restaurant for literally like a grocery store, began to sell produce that he was getting from food service. He was selling goods like ketchups and bulk quantities of canned goods that he would get for his restaurant traditionally because the community had no food in their grocery stores. So his restaurant he turned into a miniature grocery store temporarily to start to generate some funds. So those are some tips that can help you benefit from the fact that you have, again, keep in mind inventory. What do you have? You have a location. You have a restaurant. Do something with it. It's not going to be the traditional way right now for customers to come and sit and eat. So do some of these. These ideas are fantastic. Next up, number 5, hospital. Believe it or not, hospitals traditionally, yes, have a cafeteria that feeds the staff. There are so many hospitals that are actually overwhelmed with additional staff members to help in the situation. Cafeterias are not in a position to feed them. That's where you come in. You need to take a menu and you need to start hitting up all of the hospital and medical facilities in your community and let them know that you have the food available and you can deliver it. If you're going to bring in a whole bunch, 30, 40, 50, 60 meals, that's going to generate money for your restaurant. That's going to help them obviously feed their staff and they're going to come back for more. And you could begin to build up a rapport with these hospitals and medical facilities that you normally would not even approach. But they have people who are starving and hungry because they're working tremendous amount of hours. Those are another great place that you can solicit and go to them and say, look, We've got a full menu of products. I'd be happy to bring it over, and I'd even give you a discount. Again, the discount is not permanent, but it will bring you some sales. Next up, number 6. This is a great one. The coronavirus will not be here forever in the way that it is right now. And what I mean by that is eventually people will begin to congregate. There will be weddings. There will be events. Caterers need kitchens. You could rent your kitchen out to a local caterer. You can also rent it out to other personal chefs. You could rent it out to other food businesses. By the way, the kitchen that you have, you could even rent it out to people who are making packaged food products. If I were making a salsa and I need a commercial kitchen, there's none in my community, but your restaurant is available, I will pay you to rent your commercial kitchen that you have that's already licensed and insured to go in and create my food product. Okay? So these 6 ideas are actionable. They're going to give you a way that you can begin to generate money. I'm not promising you that this is going to happen in less, 3 or 4 days. That's not the point. These will bring in some money to you. Maybe all of them will be fantastic. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will work for you. But those are 6 tips that will help you understand that you are not completely out of the game yet. Don't give up on it, and make sure that you just focus on these, give it all of your effort, and they will transpire into sales. So those are some 6 steps, and I hope that helps you guys out tremendously. I sincerely hope it does help. And if you know anybody who could benefit from this video and my channel, please let them know about Marketing Food Online. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.